Welcome back, once again, to Shaun Unshowered, Episode 3, the only movie, books, and games review series where your host has not yet been into the shower. Searching the world for the best books, movies, games, reviews, snacks, and tapes to review a classic novel, a timeless... Hold on, I can't fucking think. Okay. The Sphere by Michael Crichton. Usually it says what it's about on the back of the book, but this particular book doesn't have a cover. The Sphere is a book about a spaceship called Event Horizon that reached the edge of the universe, and everyone that was trapped on board of the ship called Event Horizon made their worst dreams come true. It's also a aggressive social commentary, women's rights. She probably left something on that she shouldn't have, Ted said, shaking his head. So clearly, whoever she is fucked something up big time. In the communications console, the mood was grim. You know, I can't, all the guys just be having a good time. Barnes was on the phone with the surface vessel. Say that again, he said. I want to hear who's authorized that. He's frowning angry. They looked at Tina. How's the weather on the surface? Deteriorating fast, apparently. Typical female viewpoint. So it's I don't agree with what it's saying, but what I found most gripping about Sphere is Event Horizon. That was Sphere by Michael Crichton. The next thing we'll be reviewing is a piece of work that's very dear not just to my heart, but to everybody's hearts. The comic work of Bill Keane and his heartwarming Family Circus series of comic strips. This particular collection being entitled Dolly Hit Me Back by Bill Keane. The Family Circus hits again with 127 new laughs. This embodies what it is to be America, to be a family, to be the American family. For example, I highlighted some particularly strong strips, such as, "My daddy said, 'Is he here again?' and Mommy thinks you charge too much." The joke is that it looks like maybe that's the children's uncle, maybe, that's come to visit, and they don't really like having company. I am entering into the segment of Phone a Friend of Shaun Unshowered Phone a Friend episode. I'm gonna call up my friend William and see what he thinks. Hey, William.
How's it going?
Hey, you're on Shaun Unshowered. That's William right there.
Alright, hey, give me just a second, alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, hang on.
I can make cuts later anyway. These people watch fucking anything. While we're waiting, it says, "Mommy, can I get an autographed football if I just go down to DG?" If I just go down to DG Home Center and buy a color tee. Oh my god, this shit's too funny. Wait, hold on. Do I have to look like Daddy when I grow up? Oh boy, you're in for a real treat, man. I've got Bill Keane's Family Circus. I know you love it. I love it. And we're just talking about how I would have to argue that Family Circus is funnier than the Garfield, Charlie Brown's.
Fucking stretch.
No, I mean, okay, what's The Far Side? The Far Side's a bunch of comics about cows standing upright and dogs standing upright, locking their owners out of the house. How is that any funnier than this? I'm gonna get my can you see that there?
Because
Because you're a suitcase. That's why. See what's going on there?
is he talking to his dad?
No. The dad's talking to the to Jeffy, to the little boy.
So Jeffy's a suitcase? I thought
No.
Jeffy was a boy.
No, it's not that hard to. No, he wants to ride on the baggage claim thing, and his dad is telling him that he can't because he's not a suitcase. And as you can see, he's considering this, and this is sort of visual comedy because you see he's got his finger. He got his finger on his lip there.
Yeah, I can only see like the. Huh? Wait.
Well, clearly you can't see anything if you don't think that this is funnier than
But I'm looking. Your TV is what's in my frame.
Well, this isn't about TV. This is about comics. So, so what do you think about Family Circus?
I have mixed feelings. I mean, I can understand the appeal.
Which toe did you hurt? My thumb toe.
I don't know. I guess like I never held the ideal of like the nuclear family unit as like dear to my heart. You know, I mean,
very un-American.
My parents. Well, the thing is, I mean, my parents get along. You know, they didn't have like an awful divorce, but you know, my parents divorced when I was 5, so I kind of bounced back and forth between like 2 different households. So I get, and you know, I never had any siblings until like after I was in college. My dad remarried, so I was never able to really relate to the Family Circus because I never, you know, I was an only child that had like 2 parents that lived separately.
I see.
So I mean, it doesn't really ring in my heart, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even though it's called the Family Circus, it's you know, like this. There's still some humor in here that could be found outside of the nuclear family. Like, you know, this is a non-typical American nuclear family related humor. Wow.
What am I looking at here?
Wow, it's below nothing. You see, it's so cold. It's so cold that he thinks it's below. It's a cold day out, man. You know, I mean, like anybody.
You know how many times in my life I've been in below 0 weather?
How many?
I'll give you a hint. The answer was in the question. 0.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't get very cold in paradise where you live, where the rest of us, you know, can only dream about visiting maybe once or twice a year. But so what's your idea of funny? If you don't, okay.
I guess I'm a fan of things that kind of deconstruct, you know, turn the world on its head. There's a lot of, I guess, in like the Family Circus, and it's kind of wholesome. Well, you know, it kind of assumes that wholesomeness of like, you know, the white middle class ideal, and and as somebody that doesn't believe in that ideal, you know, I kind of want humor that that turns it on its head, what's the word I'm looking for, fuck, help me out here. There's a word for this I'm looking for.
Audio commentary, social commentary.
Yes, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yes.
So here we have Jeffy, and he's trying to finish his plate. Could I eat this yesterday?
What does that even mean?
See, they've sort of brought quantum physics. Could I eat this yesterday? Is the question that.
I mean, clearly, what I don't get it. Like,
I'm sorry if it's just too deep for you. Then I'm
sorry
I even brought this to the table, but I just thought that we could get together, you know, today online and celebrate Bill Keene's work.
So wait.
So forget Bill Keene. What did you think about Michael Crichton, Event Horizon. I mean, you've seen this movie, right?
It's been a while, but I have some issues with Michael Crichton. I read Sphere a few years ago, and I was excited to read Sphere because somebody told me that like it was a good book of his, like worth reading, quality reading, and I
And Family Circus is not, and Dolly Hit Me Back is not. Is basically what you're and Dolly Hit Me Back is not, is what you're saying. It's not quality reading. Like
Dolly Hit Me Back.
The Family Circus.
What about Family Circus?
Exactly. What about Family Circus? I thought that we could just mutually celebrate this. I mean, this is God's gift to the comic world. Bill Keane, God rest his soul.
And I think that's exactly the problem.
What's the problem?
I mean, the thing is, it's like it takes that kind of subversiveness to generate humor for a lot of people, and when you think of it in terms of being God's gift to comics, generally when you think of God, it's not necessarily a kind of humorous notion. Like, I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but
I think that what you're referring to is a strip like this. You know what? What does that say? Read that to me.
Watch out, mommy. Move it over a little bit. I can only see watch out, mommy. Watch out, mommy. The other way. Don't step on the dragon.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm guessing Jeffy has...
Watch out, mommy. Don't step on the dragon. That dragon is God to you, and if you can't appreciate that God's gift of Family Circus...
Well, when I see that comic, I wonder, like, is Jeffy, like, is he hallucinating? Is he delusional? Is he schizophrenic? Clearly, he's hallucinating a dragon that his mom is in danger of stepping on.
How about this?
Or, wait. That could also be a warning. The dragon could represent something else. So, like, don't step on the dragon. That could be like an ambiguous statement. That's like, don't step on the dragon, like, don't go down Lincoln, like from Blue Velvet, like, don't go down Lincoln, don't go down this dangerous street.
Yeah.
That's Jeffy kind of taking the role of the authority figure in that case and telling his mom, like, make sure you walk inside the lines, make sure you stick to this, wholesome path.
Well, all I can really think of is this particular strip.
Which is it? The one with the phone? Is it anybody important?
And that's exactly how I feel after this Phone a Friend segment. I mean, if you can't appreciate that this is, from the golden age of humor, to be honest, I don't know if I'm ever going to do another one of these Shaun Unshowered videos again, if this is how it's going to turn out. Yeah.
Can we go back to Michael Crichton for a second?
What, do you want me to read a passage out of this or something?
Yeah, I mean, because I had my experience with Michael Crichton having read Sphere and disliking it intensely.
Well, this is the patriarchy, is what it is. Beth said, we're the first people in human history to see a free-swimming giant squid. This could be a great moment. The squid continued to turn until its arms and tentacles. This is obviously, the squid featured in this is obviously a reference to the male penis genitalia. Oh God. See, there we go with God again. The squid moved forward.
You mean dicks?
Yeah. And
Okay.
they could see each other in the glow of the portholes. It's starting, Norman thought. It's starting, and this time we can't survive it. There was a thump as a tentacle swung against the habitat. And I think that thump is your inability to see the wholesome and pure. Do I really even need to go on?
You know,
I have the queen. How about this?
I have the queen. The one I need is her scroll over or move over, I suppose. The one I need is her husband. Well, see, that's kind of taking away from the queen's worth, you know. That directly, you know.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody, thank William. Thank William. Yeah, Family Circus fucking sucks. The patriarchy wins. God has no hand in America. Join us next week on Shaun Unshowered when you know what? Thank God that, speaking of God, thank God that I have this can of, because your opinion stinks. Next week on Shaun Unshowered, we review the painting by numbers. I'm going to paint a nice wolf for you all. Good night, everybody, and thanks for watching. Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it?